Welcome to our finance and business development channel, where smart planning meets disciplined execution and every insight guides you toward lasting financial freedom. Today we will discuss about how to retire on dividends in 10 years, the magic of dividends. So let's dive in. Picture this scenario. A decade from now, you open your investment account and see another $3,000 in dividend payments flowing in automatically. You're still years away from 65, yet you've already escaped the need to work for someone else. That moment feels distant right now, but it's closer than most people think. The truth is, retirement has been packaged in a way that keeps people passive for decades. The entire system operates on a lie. We are told freedom only comes after accumulating millions, and that time, not strategy, is the main ingredient. Traditional financial advice revolves around the 4% rule. If you want $36,000 per year in income, you're told to build a portfolio of $900,000 and withdraw carefully so you don't outlive your savings. On paper, it sounds logical. In practice, it feels overwhelming. For someone starting from zero, $900,000 feels like climbing a mountain with no summit in sight. The old retirement model depends on liquidation, not generation. You are expected to sell your assets piece by piece just to survive. Dividend investing challenges that assumption. Instead of drawing down assets, you construct a system that pays you continuously. The principal stays invested, while cash flow arrives whether markets move up, down, or sideways. This is not about speculation. It's about engineering income. You don't retire from work. You replace work with cash flow. That's a completely different mindset. Let's look at Marcus. 5 years ago, he earned $65,000 a year and had zero invested. Retirement at 67 looked like the only realistic outcome, but he decided to begin with $500 per month. That meant $6,000 invested in year one. It wasn't dramatic. It wasn't glamorous. It produced about $220 in dividends. Small numbers feel insignificant, but momentum hides inside them. Most people quit here because the results look tiny. In year two, his investment total reached $12,000 and dividends climbed to roughly $450. Still unimpressive to the impatient eye. But Marcus understood something critical. When you reinvest dividends, you're not just compounding capital, you're compounding income streams. Every payment buys more shares. More shares generate more payments. Compounding income is the quiet architect of financial independence. He built his foundation with the Schwab U.S. Dividend Equity Fund yielding around 3.7%. The yield wasn't explosive, but the nearly 11% annual dividend growth over the past 5 years changed the equation. Income that grows faster than inflation creates purchasing power expansion over time. Growth plus consistency defeats inflation silently. That combination matters more than flashy returns. Next, he added the Vanguard Real Estate Index Fund yielding near 4%. These REITs distribute 90% of their income, making them reliable income vehicles. Real estate income behaves differently from traditional equities, providing diversification during volatility. Balance reduces emotional decision-making. By year 3, his annual dividend income exceeded $1,500, still not freedom, but clearly no longer trivial. Years 1 through 3 laid the groundwork. Years 4 through 7 became acceleration. Marcus introduced a high-yield fund paying over 6%, allocating only 20% to manage risk. Yes, the dividend had declined before. Yes, it carried more volatility. But he didn't treat it as a foundation. He treated it as fuel. Risk becomes powerful when it is controlled, not concentrated. Strategic allocation turned yield into leverage. By year 5, annual dividend income reached $4,800, roughly $400 per month. That's when discipline became decisive. His salary increased to $72,000, yet he continued living on $65,000. That extra $7,000 each year flowed directly into new dividend shares. Lifestyle restraint accelerates financial progress more than income growth alone. Wealth is often built quietly while appearances remain unchanged. He added a freelance stream, bringing in $500 per month. Now he was investing $1,000 monthly. The snowball was no longer theoretical. By year 6, projections showed $8,000 in annual dividends. Year 7 approached $12,000. The compounding effect was becoming visible and tangible. Acceleration begins when reinvested income starts rivaling contributions. Seeking resilience, Marcus added the ProShares Dividend Aristocrats Fund yielding about 2%. These companies have increased dividends for 25 consecutive years or more. Through recessions, pandemics, and market crashes, they continued paying. This wasn't about yield today. It was about durability tomorrow. Stability protects momentum during uncertainty. He also allocated 10% to a sustainable dividend fund yielding over 5%, whose dividend nearly doubled within a year. Not a guarantee of future performance, but an example of transformation potential. Combined, his portfolio yielded approximately 4.2%. But structure mattered more than yield. Portfolio design determines long-term survival. After year 5, Marcus shifted strategy. Instead of automatic reinvestment, he accumulated dividends as cash and deployed them during market dips of 10% or more. Tactical reinvestment enhanced returns by an estimated 15%. He didn't chase volatility, he used it. Volatility rewards preparation. Cash held intentionally becomes opportunity when fear spreads. By year 9, investing $1,000 per month consistently, projections showed $25,000 in annual dividends. Year 10 crossed $35,000, nearly $3,000 per month, independent of employment. His principal exceeded $800,000 and continued compounding. Freedom becomes measurable when income detaches from effort. This transformation required sacrifice. He drove the same car for 7 years. He cooked at home. He invested while others upgraded lifestyles. The greatest risk he avoided was inaction. Starting with 100 today often outperforms waiting to invest 1,000 later. Time magnifies consistency more than intensity. Now Marcus stands just 5 years away from total financial independence at age 45. Not because of inheritance, not because of speculation, because he understood that disciplined repetition creates exponential outcomes. The decision is simple but not easy. Begin with 50, 100, or 500, or postpone again. The compound effect does not wait for perfect conditions. The clock moves regardless. The market fluctuates regardless. But every month invested builds infrastructure for freedom. 10 years from now, you will either have a dividend machine paying you consistently, or you will have a decade of explanations. Action compounds. Delay compounds too. The only question is which one you choose. If this video helped you see your money differently, please like, subscribe, and stay with us. Because in our future videos, we'll continue breaking down practical financial habits that quietly create lasting wealth and long-term business success.